Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope that everybody's doing well. Um, got a couple of concerns that I want to address and bring up for um, rural healthcare in Aliceville. I have some information that I want to pass on to the citizens, and I'm going to ask for the help of people who are viewing this today. Use this information to share it with others, as well as try to understand the situation that we're in currently, and then also try to um, make your voice heard about what's going on, especially when it deals with rural healthcare in the city of Aliceville and in the greater Pickens County area. Um, I was in a meeting with some people for our ambulance service, and um, there are some concerns that have been brought up and brought forth with our ambulance service. There have been some concerns brought forth with rural healthcare, and I got some information that I want to pass on to you, and a call to action to everybody who is able to do some work. So I'm going to ask that you pay attention. I'm going to go kind of quickly because I know attention spans are rather short most of the time. I know mine's is, and I want to make sure that the information that we put out there is good information, is accurate information, and that you're able to pass it on. So today I was invited to a meeting with the Pickens County Ambulance Service. The Pickens County Ambulance Service is in Carrollton, Alabama. It's in Carrollton, Alabama, right beside the library and beside the Carrollton Volunteer Fire Department. I was invited to this meeting. I was in attendance with some of the other mayors in the county. I was in attendance with Mayor Davis, Mayor Mayor Mickey Walker, and also Mayor Patterson. This information that was passed on to us ultimately put us on notice that our ambulance service, the last realm of hope that we have for medical attention in our county, is now facing some difficult decisions. And by those difficult decisions, I mean they're faced with some financial issues that have been exasperated due to a number of issues. But the two in particular that I want to bring up is the issue with the hospital not being open, and it's an issue with COVID-19, which none of us could have prepared for, did not know about. So what is the issue? The issue is that typically every single day, that um, ambulance service has only 6 to 7 calls a day. Now that might seem like a lot, but that is nothing in comparison to what normally what can go on in other areas. And because of the low call volume, now because of the hospital closing, it's placed them with operating in a deficit. And so each and every day, they operate in about a $1,200 deficit, meaning that if they don't meet that 6 calls a day for the ambulance service, then that means that they're in the hole, which means that now there are some decisions financially that they're going to have to make. One of the biggest issues that we have is competitive pay that's with this ambulance service. And I know that might not mean a lot, but at the end of the day, if we don't have EMTs, paramedics, and those who are providing those type services, we don't have any healthcare in Pickens County. And unfortunately, Gordo is in a good position because they're close to Tuscaloosa. Reform is in a good position because um, they're closer to Baptist. But Aliceville, the last majority city, is in the worst possible position as it relates to getting access to critical care at an immediate basis. Now, yes, we're working with Whiteley, and we do have a clinic that's coming, but that's not a substitute for a health facility. That's not a substitute for the hospital being open. And I know people may say, well, what's the equation with the hospital? From what was given to us, and there's also an article that I will be posting after this video, so that way you'll be able to see it. That issue is the hospital provided them in the course of a year, on average, $700,000 to operate the Pickens County ambulance service. So now that the hospital is closed, they have to make up that amount. And the call volume in Pickens County is only 6 calls per day. So doing the math, they're going to be short. They're going to be way short. Also, one sticking point is the Pickens County ambulance service is not a for-profit service. It is one of the only non-profit ambulance services in this area, meaning that they do not operate for profit. They operate as a non-profit organization. So they don't charge as much as a for-profit organization of an ambulance service. So what are the things that need to be done? Well, first, I'm going to take it upon myself to continue to reach out to our Congress people, reach out to Senator Gerald Allen, who I went to his office back in January. I've called his office numerous times. I've reached out to him to talk specifically about the hospital and fixing the issue. Senator Allen is a very senior member in the Senate of Alabama. He has a lot of power. If you remember, Senator Allen was the legislator who started the bill that removed concealed carry from that you would not have to have a permit to carry a weapon, which a lot of law enforcement officers are not in favor of, because it does not allow them to track weapons in areas. So I say that to say that bill passed in this past legislation. So Senator Allen has the ability to do a lot, but Senator Allen needs to help us open this hospital, because in essence, Aliceville is the one who is doing the most suffering out of the majority of the other major cities in Pickens County. So I need people to reach out to Senator Allen. Also, what we plan to do is try to reach out to our county commission. The shortfall that is there. We need people to call your county commissioners. It doesn't matter what county commission you're in. Our county commissioner currently is still Mr. Bob Ingram. Reach out to Mr. Ingram. Mr. Ingram has been very supportive of this measure, but it takes some help on the county commission. So we're going to need to put some pressure on them. We're going to need to ask them for some support, because this is not just for Aliceville. This is not just for Carrollton or Gordo or Reform. This is a Pickens County issue, because if our ambulance service closes, my grandmother will have to wait, or I'll have to drive her. Your grandmother, your mother, your father, whoever has those issues. So we need to press upon our county commission to help in whatever way possible that they can. Whether that be through equipment, whether that be through finances, and then also we need to put pressure on these legislators. I'm tired of people passing away unnecessarily, getting sick for too long a period of times. It needs to stop. This is a fixable issue. This is the great state of Alabama, the great country of America. And if we can't provide health care, the basic health care that people need, we have some issues. So what I need us to do is, what I'm asking you guys to do is, and I'm done. Tomorrow night, there will be a county commission meeting. Come out to the county commission meeting. Talk about this issue with the ambulance service and the financial issues that they're facing, because this is a crisis. They are the last hope that we have as far as emergency response. Reach out to Senator Allen, who is our representative in the Senate, and I'll provide his contact information. Reach out to Ron Sullivan, and I know he's outgoing, but he's still serving. And then also reach out to Mr. AJ McCampbell, who is our representative as well. We have to reach out to these people because that's what those finances are. Again, I'll listen in, and I'll go back and look at the questions if anybody has any. But I wanted to put everybody in Pickens County, or maybe not Pickens County, but everybody in Aliceville on notice that the ambulance service is suffering. And when I say ambulance service, that means the helicopter services are as well, because other states, other areas are paying more. Those people are going there. And these people who are serving us are leaving, which puts even more financial burden upon the ambulance service. So with that being said, I just want to make sure that I put that out. And I want to make sure that you put that information out. I will be putting some factual information that's in an article from WCBI, not WCBI, but WUVA on my page, so that way people can see exactly what's going on and see and read it for yourself. But our ambulance service is in trouble. The cities don't have the financial wherewithal between Aliceville, Gordo, Carrollton, and Reform and Pickensville. We don't have the financial ability to sustain it by itself. We need the county commission to step in. We need the state of Alabama to step in. We need to expand any health options that the state of Alabama has, to include medical care, Medicare, whatever, however you want to say it. We need those resources here, because the only way we're going to be able to grow as a community is to have stable health care. And with that being said, again, I just want to make sure I reached out. This is heavy on my heart. This is one of the things that I'm an advocate for behind the scenes. Don't say a lot about it out in public, but behind the scenes, definitely working very hard to do it. But now is a call to action to reach out, and I will put the link in, Ms. Ball, so that way everybody can do it. I'll put it on the after the page, so that way you can read the article for yourself and see the financial constraints that they're under. But we need a hospital, and we definitely need the ambulance service. So with that being said, I thank you for listening to my slight rant, but also call to action. And I ask that you pass the message on. When I share this link, share it with somebody else. Tell them this information, because it's vitally important. If you think that you can get sick, which all of us realize that in COVID-19, all of us can get sick and probably have had it, don't know it, or had it and got over it, or know someone who's passed away of it. Now is the time to act. Let's not wait until the ambulance service closes its doors and then figure out what are we going to do. Let's start making moves now. So I'll be posting some links later. Just want to make sure I put this information out. Thank you guys for listening to me, and hope you have a good evening. Peace.